In the past, you've spoken movingly about Christ and his parables. Can you tell us a bit about that whole way of speaking and how we're to attend to what God's revealing in this unusual way, at least unusual by our modern secularist and very didactic biases, I suppose?
Hmm. Well, I think the best way to approach scripture, I would say, is first of all, is to approach it typologically. And this is really counterintuitive for moderns, because it's really about perceiving and participating in patterns. And so, like, let's say, you know how people get excited about Marvel superheroes, and when they read Marvel superheroes and they have crossovers where this Marvel superhero appears in the other Marvel superhero thing, and people get all excited because they have these cosmologies, and they interconnect, and they have points of contact with each other. And I think that is way more exciting than like telling people what to do. Like, they're just telling people how to be a good little boy, right? I mean, you do need to tell your kids how to be a good little boy, but the excitement of seeing patterns is actually what makes us human. And so to understand scripture typologically is a way for people to kind of find joy and beauty in the stories and be amazed at how interconnected scripture is. And I think that that's probably the best way to kind of reawaken excitement about these things, rather than them just being, some external finger wagging or whatever. So I think that that's the way to do it. And in terms of the parables, it's just an extension. It's just an extension of that. Christ's parables are very rarely about morals. You can try to make them about that, but you're going to run into a lot of problems. That's why, if you notice, like, there are some parables that no one tells, because people don't know what to do with them, because they aren't simple moral lessons. It's like the parable of the wedding feast, where the important people refuse to come to the wedding feast, so they go out into the street and they invite all the people from the outside to come to the wedding feast. But then one person doesn't come dressed for the feast and gets thrown out into hell, basically. It's like, nobody tells that parable because they don't know what to do with it. It's like that parable is just like, anyway. So I think that understanding that what Christ is telling us, first and foremost, is he's tracing a pattern of being. He's telling you the shape of reality before he's giving you a moral lesson. And there is often a moral lesson you can get from it, but there is a higher meaning there, that if you can't access that, some of the things he says are just going to be gibberish to you, or just going to be so weird that you'll pretend like they don't exist, which is what a lot of Christians do.
Yeah, that makes sense.